Thank you very much, delegates, and thank you to all of you here who are still here on the last afternoon of conference because of your passionate interest in Australia's place in the world. It is my great pleasure as your Shadow Minister for Foreign Affairs to move Chapter 11 of Labor's platform, Australia's place in a disrupted world. And I want to thank all of you. I want to thank the work of our rank and file members, affiliates, members of the National Policy Forum, and I want to thank my caucus and shadow ministerial colleagues for their work in presenting this chapter to conference. Friends, we do live in a time of disruption and power is shifting. The global order we have known and relied upon since World War II is being disrupted. We are witnessing changes in the balance of economic and strategic power, both globally and also in our region. We're seeing economic and social inequality intensify, the rise of nationalism, challenges to democratic principles and, regrettably, the erosion of support for international norms, rules and institutions. This is the terrain a shortened Labor government will need to navigate to promote Australia's strategic, economic and foreign policy interests. As Shadow Foreign Minister, I've worked closely with not only Bill but Chris Bowen, Richard Miles, Jason Clare and Claire Moore to formulate an independent, confident and ambitious foreign policy. Friends, Labor's foreign policy is founded on the belief we deal with the world as it is and we seek to change it for the better. We are an independent, multicultural nation, confident of our place in the world. We know our values. We know what we stand for: compassion, equality, fairness, the promotion and protection of democracy, free speech and the protection of rights. And we know what our interests are: the security of the nation and its people, the prosperity of Australia and its people, the strategic stability of our region anchored in the rule of law and constructive internationalism, that is, working collectively to deliver collective benefits. And of course we know who we are: an inclusive, diverse nation. We draw strength and pride from the waves of immigrants who have come to this continent and from our First Peoples. So these elements, our values, our interests and our identity underpin the way we understand, prosecute and advance Australia's foreign policy. And under a shortened Labor government, our foreign policy will speak to who we are, for the confidence we have in ourselves, for the values in which we believe and to the region and the world in which we want to live. A shortened Labor government's approach to foreign policy will look to our region, and we have articulated our Future Asia strategy, a whole-of-government nationwide strategy to deepen and broaden our engagement with Asia. It is a step change in our relations with Asia that will help secure our future prosperity, improve our capability at home and drive greater engagement and collaboration in the region. We will expand our presence in the region, establishing 4 additional diplomatic missions in the Asia-Pacific region in consultation with our regional partners. And Labor will ensure the Pacific is front and centre of our foreign policy, engaging with the Pacific nations with respect to promote the well-being of the entire region. And Labor will bring what we know best, working together collectively to achieve collective goods to our foreign policy. What I call constructive internationalism builds on that fantastic work begun by Gareth Evans 25 years ago, and it recognises that a key to a prosperous and secure Australia is a rules-based order internationally, where rule makers are also rule takers and where the rules are negotiated and not imposed. And through this, Labor will seek to deal with global problems too challenging for an individual nation to address alone. And delegates, Labor will rebuild Australia's International Development Assistance Program. And we will do so because it is the right thing to do, and we will do so because it reflects the generous spirit of the Australian people. We will restore Australia's credibility and reputation as a creative, collaborative and energetic member of the community of nations committed to tackling climate change. We will advocate globally for more ambitious climate action, and we will act with urgency to reduce the risk of nuclear war and to rid the world of nuclear weapons. Delegates, our consistent theme through Labor governments for decades has been this: our foreign policy is founded on the belief we do with the world as it is, but we seek to change it for the better. And this platform reflects the confidence and ambition that Labor will bring to Australia's foreign policy. I commend the chapter to conference.
Thanks, Paddy.